So I first want to welcome everyone and also really thank Risa before we get started because she brought up a great point as we were meeting about these sales meetings and trying to figure out how can we make them even better and more effective. And she said, the most important thing we can do is help our agents get more business. And we looked at the structure from what we've done in the past and we liked our sales meetings, but we thought maybe we could incorporate more of that. So we're going to try to do that. We're calling this a roundtable. It is still our sales meeting, but it's predominantly going to be focused around helping you with your business. And I hope that makes it even more worthwhile. So special thanks to Teresa for noticing that. And again, please let us know your feedback as well. We want to make sure these are worth your time. So thanks for that. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our monthly business growth roundtable. Before we get into the content, I would like to start with something we're doing new each month. These are your wins. A win is anything that moved your business forward. So this could be a closing, a new listing, a great buyer consult, even a conversation that turned a cold lead warm, right? So one sentence or a few sentences, let us know who's got a win they want to share.
I thought it was Tashara that said a
Yeah,
minute ago.
Tashara, I know has one.
Yeah,
So, oh, there
yeah.
she is. Let's hear
Sorry.
about it.
Go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say that in January I got into a car accident and it like stopped everything for me. I had no momentum at all. I wasn't posting on social media and I usually post every single day. So my clientele had like diminished. I wasn't really being as active as I should have been. But now I don't know what came over me. I just feel better. I'm back posting on social media. I got three new clients, one under
Wow.
contract and one I just submitted an offer for. So now I'm feeling better.
Wow. Well, congratulations on the recovery and on the three new clients in a month. That is amazing. So, congratulations.
Thank
Um,
you.
Anybody else have a win? Could be anything that is helping your business. Well, while we're waiting, if somebody wants to jump in, I have got a quick win for all of you, and I can demonstrate this at a different time. But I built a little website to help you with your AI uh, prompts. So if you go to tap this, don't do it now because we'll send this out to you later. But tapthis.co is going to be. I have almost 600 prompts written explicitly for realtors, and you get to tap exactly where you need some help in your business, and you get to categorize it and go down, and it drills down, and it's really really intense. So it will help you create AI prompts that are really well formed, and you'll get better results. So tapthis.co is my win for the month. Does anyone else have a win about their business they want to share?
Well, it looks like Laura's being shy. Laura, did you want to tell everybody? Maybe she can't talk. Well, she says she has a new buyer and two closings, and that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, congrats.
Way to go.
Congrats, Laura.
Amazing, Laura. Congratulations. Keep it up. All right. Well, thank you for those wins. We appreciate you. And every month we'll go through and we'll learn what's working for you. Okay. So I have a number for everybody, and that number is three. And that's how many additional closings agents pick up in a year when they do one specific thing. This is not a new lead source. It's not a new CRM. It's a habit. And we're going to get to it in about 12 minutes. So stay tuned. By the end of it, you will have done three things, not just heard three things. And this will help you get some deals. So anyway, let's get into another number I want to mention, which is 91%. Tim and I have talked about this on our coffee talk. This is a crazy number, but it's a great one to keep in mind, which is 91%. This is a National Association of Realtors stat. 91% of agents have never proactively contacted a past client after closing. 91%. I mean, that 9 out of 10 agents do not contact their client after the close. That is crazy, right? So you work with somebody for months, handed them the keys, shook hands, and then nothing. Silence, right? Now, meanwhile, the majority of your future deals are sitting inside relationships you already have. So the problem isn't that you don't have enough leads. It's that most agents just go invisible. They ghost their clients after the deal closes. So this is not a market problem, right? This is a habit problem. And today we're going to fix it. So the agents who close more from their existing relationships, they all run the same play. They stay visible, not through mass emails, not through newsletters that nobody reads, but through contact that's personal, specific, and gives the other person something useful. So here's what that looks like. The simplest version, a message before you need anything more. And this is like, hey, so and so, two homes just went pending above ask in your neighborhood. Thought you'd like to know what your house is worth right now. Right? Everybody always wants to know what their house is worth. So that's a simple text message you could fire out. Two sentences. You didn't ask them for anything. You look like an expert. You know what's going on, and they remember you exist. Another version, use data as a reason to reach out. So Reese is going to show you how to pull a professional market report under 5 minutes using a tool that's free with your NAR membership. So stay tuned for that. It's the unlock for everything I just described. And here's the third version. And this one, Rob is going to put a dollar amount on. And it's how to treat your paperwork like a commission check, because your check doesn't always move until your statement does, right? We need your paperwork before we can actually pay you out. And Tim has two things that will help protect your income this month. And we're going to get into the system. So I'm going to turn it over to Tim.
Thank you so much, DJ. So we are going to get into a very important topic for right now in just a moment. But yes, so first, I'm going to go over two things with everyone, both to protect your license and the ability to get paid. Okay. And first and foremost, and I'm going to be dropping a link in the chat, is going to be renewals. We have a complete guide for you in Kale Huddle for renewals, and I'm dropping it in the chat right now. And so just so you know, so we're all going over on this phone call, if you were licensed between November 1st, 2023 and October 31st of 2025, this is your first time renewal. You need to have completed your 45-hour post-licensing. And then you're going to go ahead and once you complete your CE, you're going to be renewing your license. But we do have a complete guide for you. If you have any questions or need any clarification, reach out to us. But the CE courses can help provide assistance on exactly what courses are needed. Okay, so get your renewals in. Don't wait for the last moment. Everybody ends up pushing it off. Get it before you get busy because you don't want to be jeopardizing your future with being inoperative. So, and we cannot fix this immediately, and you can fix it within the next 60 seconds. So we have a vendor referral in there for CE. The link is in the complete guide, so please go check it out. Second thing that we're going to be covering today, and I'm also going to be dropping this in the chat as well. If you haven't already, please take the next 60 seconds if you can, or if you have time later on this evening, and download the Kale Huddle app. It is both live on the Apple Store and on Android. Okay. This is also how you're going to access Kaylee as well. Okay. So go in there. It is completely up to date knowledge base for Kale, and then also gives you access to Kaylee as well. Okay. And then events we're going to be covering in just a moment. But let me go ahead and drop those two links in the chat for everybody to go ahead and download the Kale Huddle app. Lastly, we do have a big event coming up on March 25th. And Risa, if you can you show the events page on Kale Huddle by chance?
I
So
sure can.
perfect. Thank you so much. So if you haven't already, please visit Kale Huddle and you're going to scroll down a little bit on the page and you're going to see events. We have a big appraisal event over at the She Shed on March 25th. I believe it's from 10 to 12 p.m. We're going to be sending out marketing for this. Or excuse
10
me,
to 10 to 12 a.m.
T
10 a.m.
10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So, and that's going to be at the She Shed over in Lincoln Park. Hope to see everyone there. Please RSVP because we kind of need to have an idea of the number. We are going to have food there for you as well. So this is going to be how not to lose your deal when you get, you know, a low appraisal. And Rick can speak exactly what's going to be covered on that. But that is going to be a great event for anybody working any deals currently. So yes, make sure also you go on and subscribe all of our events to your Google Calendar or your Yahoo Calendar as well. That way you are up to speed and up to date on everything Kale event related. Awesome. Thank you, Risa, for sharing your screen. And now, without further ado, I'm going to kick it over to Rick Williams, our designated managing broker, and he's going to speak to you exactly on what's going to be covered at the March 25th appraisal workshop. Rick,
All right. Thanks a
take it
lot,
away.
Tim. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right. So yeah, on the 25th, like has been stated, between 10 and noon, and we will have lunch, right? Risa, is that correct? that will be there? Yes. So lunch will be provided. So you will be fed, which is always important to realtors. So that's a good thing. So show up, if nothing else, for that. But most importantly, um, what I'm going to teach, for those of you that don't know, I'm an appraiser as well as a broker, and what I'm going to be talking about is why you need to show up when the appraiser, when you're on the listing side, and who do they call? They're going to call obviously the listing agent because you're in control of the sale, and so you will be meeting the appraiser and why that is so important, and what are the things that you should be bringing and or you should have also sent to the appraiser, and how to speak to them properly when there, so that you can fully communicate properly and provide them all the things that they need, and they will respect and understand that, oh, this person actually knows what's going on in this profession, which most oftentimes there are many attorneys in this profession and appraisers that don't even want to speak to realtors because of the ignorance, if you will. Okay, because they just feel that they don't know what's going on or how they do their job and how to communicate properly with them. So this will be a nice, little seminar that will teach you how to sound like you know what the heck you're doing when you're meeting the appraiser, because everything you're going to hit is exactly, I've been doing this for 40 years as an appraiser, so, and about 38 as a broker. So, yeah, that's what the thing's all about. And it is very, very important because, hey, let's be real here. Without that happening and hitting the value, what have you done? You worked a long time, probably 4 to 6 weeks on a property, and then all to be kind of blowed up, if you will, by the lack of the appraisal actually coming to value. So this is how to avoid that. Okay, so look forward to y'all being there on the 25th from 10 to noon. Once again, lunch will be served, and hopefully you'll learn something.
Rick, I have a quick question. As an
Yes.
appraiser, I know what I know a lot of what you're going to be teaching because I've watched you teach it, and it really is how to get an edge. I'm curious, as an appraiser, how often do other agents, non-Kale agents, when you're doing an appraisal, actually do most agents do the things that, or even know to do the things that you're going to be teaching?
They do not. I mean,
Yeah,
it is rare when I get, when I'm on that side of it, that I get I mean, I'm always doing it, but most appraisers, I mean, most realtors do not. They do not
yeah.
know. I mean, people will call me on different things, whether people from the appraisal side or just, how to win a deal. Like an agent the other day called me, and I gave him like 6 tips on how to win this deal. And you know what? I'm anxious. I got to talk to him. It was with Erica Villegas. Actually,
Hmm.
she was actually the seller and the owner and the realtor. So, and I said, hey, this is what you do. She'll be very impressed, at least with all these things. So, just little things, and they're nuances, and same on the appraisal side. If you understand these things, the appraiser will be impressed. It'll also impress the attorney when you're speaking to them with your knowledge, because once again, I remember the beginning of my career, just when they had never spoken to me or wanted to speak to me, if you will, once they heard me talk, they're like, no, this is someone I could actually communicate with because they actually know what they're talking about. And that's who you want to be. Someone that they want to hear because you clearly know what you're saying when it comes to the appraisal side of it, and or even about the legal side of it, whatever's going on, something that they feel comfortable speaking with, and not just, oh God, who's clogging up my day with another 5 minutes of just stupid talk, if you will. So that's what I'll that's what we'll try to train on the side. But yes, to your point, BJ, I would say it's less than 5% that actually do this.
Great. Well, let's switch over to head of our compliance and operations, the person that signs off on everybody's checks and the whole reason you get paid. The most beloved person at Kale, probably Rob Cap.
Oh, thank you, DJ. Before I say anything else, go to your active and pending listings in the MLS. How many deals do you have sitting there that are through the AI process but don't have a completed brokerage statement yet? Whatever that number is, that's how many commission checks are potentially frozen. That's what this segment is about. I call it the 48-hour closeout. Once a deal is out of AI, you should submit your brokerage statement request within 48 hours. This does three things. One, it starts the ball rolling on getting your brokerage statement, which is required to close, even on buy-side deals. The brokerage statement needs to come from the brokerage, not from you, so it's important that you get the request in early. Two, it ensures that your documents have been reviewed. We no longer process brokerage statements if any paperwork is missing or incorrect, so once you receive your brokerage statement, you know your deal is airtight. Three, your numbers are verified. You know what you'll be walking away from the closing table with. A buyer broker note: with the NAR settlement in effect, your buyer broker agreement must exist before any showings occur. This is the case even if you're representing yourself. If your process isn't locked in yet, shoot me an email at rob@kalerealty.com. The real cost of delayed brokerage statement requests: we've got delayed commission checks, sometimes by weeks, because incomplete paperwork stalls the processing queue, and paperwork is harder to get signed after closing or even right before closing. Get it taken care of as early as possible. Two, compliance exposure at audit time that can be costly but is entirely avoidable. And buyer broker agreement gaps that can unwind a commission at closing. Now, this can hold up your commission. We're talking $9,000 to $14,000 on average, so you most likely don't want to wait on it. Go fix that number you just counted today, not later this week. Today. Reese is going to show you the tool DJ mentioned at the top, the one the agents who close more deals use month after month to stay visible in their sphere.
Thank you, Rob. So I love Rob's idea of as soon as you're done with AI, go ahead and produce your brokerage or commission statement. Don't wait till right before the closing. That was a great idea, Rob. I love it. All right, now I really do want to talk about RPR. So RPR is a tool that's free for you. And let me put it right here. It is free. I said free twice with your NAR membership. It is extremely unutilized, and I think it replaces many other tools that you've been using, but it elevates you in this marketplace. So you can see here that I have the home screen open. And today what I'm going to show you how to do very quickly is create a CMA in about 5 minutes. So you can see here, I can go in, I can do a property research, I can do market trends, I can do more searching. I can find out about the commercial, but I'm going to click this cute little button that says Create CMA. Now, I know many of you have used Cloud CMA in the past, or my favorite, which is Connect MLS's Interactive CMA, but this is amazing. So it does walk you through how to do it. So I'm going to let the walk us through tell us. I'll go ahead and throw in an address of a property I've sold. So I've got that in here. And it very quickly goes ahead and it pulls up that property information, which is amazing. So I can go in and I can edit these details if they're not quite correct. I can go in and I can get the map location, the market trends in that area at a click. Wow, look at that. It's in the seller's market and it's going to sell super fast. 1.14 months. Amazing. It gives us a refined value, which is really giving us based on what it knows. So if you need to change anything, like say, give it, a complete finished basement or whatever you might want to put in here, you can refine the value, and then it will give you a computerized, Zestimate kind of thing. It does give you a CMA automatically. And so here's where you confirm the facts and put in the details that you think are more accurate. It will search for the comps here. It will make adjustments on its own, or you can put in your own adjustments, which I prefer. I don't like to trust the computer because it hasn't been inside these properties. Review your CMA and get a report within moments. And very simply, I can click on create a report, and I'm going to say this is for the seller. And I just want you to see that within seconds, I have a CMA ready, as I have a little spinning ball of doom. There we go. And I can take out sections. I can put in sections. I will tell you, I don't like that computerized price, so I'll take out AVM and RVM because I don't like Zestimates. It does have a CMA value. I'm going to take that out because I prefer that we speak in ranges based on market conditions. So I'll keep market range in here. And maybe I want to also put in photos and maps and so on. But is this not a gorgeous report that was created within seconds? Not to mention that I might use some of this information as like screenshots in my social media. So that was my quick demo in less than 5 minutes. I'm going to tell you to use RPR on your computer and on your app. And I want to show you one last cool thing. I got to go with the cool thing. Sorry, DJ, but I'm doing it. I'm going in here and I'm going to show you guys residential market trends. And I'm going to say maybe I'm looking for Morton Grove because that's where that property was. And I put in the town and see how it creates a report here as well. This might be a report that you'd send out when you're geo farming. But what I wanted you to see was this cute button that says create script. This is an AI generated tool that's going to allow you to write an article, a social media image, a PowerPoint presentation, an actual video for social media, an email you can send to the client, or just a script at a moment's notice. So I'm going to go create that card because I'm leaving you with the cool factor. Here we go. I can select a background, but I'm going to go for the fast one and show you what that looks like. So now, not only am I listing a property in this neighborhood, but now I'm letting the world know that I know a lot about this neighborhood thanks to RPR. Super easy. All right, so if you have any questions about what I just rambled on about, don't ever hesitate to reach out to me. Okay. All right. I think I am passing the baton back to DJ, and we're going to talk about the tool that makes everything easier.
That is amazing, Risa. I did not know they had that AI system in there. I mean, also, what was really amazing in that Morton Grove was that it was only 1.3 months of inventory. That is a sellers market. So if I were working that market, I'd want to be talking to every homeowner and going, you have a huge opportunity here to cash in on some of the appreciation you've received. So anyway, that's amazing. And then that social media post that you just created, I mean, that looks like better than something, we could create on our own. I love that. Okay. So thank you. That's really awesome. So that's RPR, guys, and that's inside of MRED. Okay. Before we wrap this thing up, Tim just told me a number of you have registered or are registering for Rick's appraisal event. Please do that. He is going to give you the edge. And Nick, when I first started, told me to do a lot of what Rick. This is before Rick got here 15 years ago. Nick told me to do a couple of the things that Rick knows, and Rick will teach you even way more stuff. And it helped me close or sell one of my properties many years ago. So remember this number we opened the presentation with, which was 3, and I didn't really explain what that is. So here's where it comes from, and it's not a formula. It comes from the agents in this brokerage who have been doing what Risa just showed you. So we're talking about contacting your sphere, right? RPR data as the reason. Go in and do trend reports. Do a CMA on everybody you know. People who are doing that month after month, ask any top producer at Kale where their closings come from, and they will tell you the same thing. It's people they already knew. The agents who stay visible to the people that they know close more deals. It's that simple. So it's not a theory. This is what the numbers in the brokerage show without fail. So 3 things this week. This is your challenge. Find your renewal date. For any renewal date today, text us if you're within, or send us a message if you're within 60 days. And what I want you also to do is log into narrpr.com. Again, you can do this in MRED as well, and send one RPR market update to one past client. Again, just like Risa showed you, before the end of this week. Okay. And then I want you to open up your transaction log or see all your deals and complete every open brokerage statement, right? So this is the 3 things. We're going to make sure you get your renewal done by the end of well, we are within 60 days now. So by the end of April, unless you're an attorney, which in case you're exempt, if you're a broker, managing brokers and leasing agents do not have to do anything at the moment. But look out for those messages we send you. Ask Kaylee for information. Sign up for those classes. Get it done. Then log into RPR. Send one client one piece of information that would be helpful to them, and then make sure you get those brokerage statements in the moment it completes AI. Go in and do that. It makes everything go much smoother. Now, here's what I want you to do before we end up closing this. So look at those three things. Pick all three if you can, or pick the one or two that you can do this week. The one that you'll actually do. We very much appreciate you showing up here. And remember, 91% of agents go quiet after the closing. Today, you're choosing to be in that 9% who don't, right? So not because it's complicated, because you showed up, you have a system, and now you're going to do the thing. And if you don't have a system, you need to talk to Risa, because she has a whole team in place to help you build a system and help hold you accountable and meet with you regularly. She has got a plan for you. So please, if you're struggling, and there's no shame in struggling, we all need systems and plans and accountability. Reach out to Risa and her team. I've been waiting 15 years at Kale for us to have what we finally have now because of Risa's team. It is so awesome. And a lot of our agents aren't as familiar with it. Reach out to her. Just say, I need help. She will help you, and she will get you in the right position. All right, guys, thank you so much for attending. I hope this was worth your time. We appreciate you. We are so grateful that you're here at Kale. On behalf of everyone on the team, we'll see you next month, and go close. Go out and get some deals closed. Let us know how we can help you.
Thank you,
All
everyone.
right. See you on the 25th.